Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, guys. And I just wanted to do a little haul video that I got. As you guys know, I'm a big Spawn fan. And I've done, many Spawn hauls, and I always do Spawn reviews because I think they're awesome. I love the old 90's classic Spawn figures. They're really they're really cheesy, but yet very cool at the same time. These are some of the figures that I grew up playing with. So I figure, I show you some of the few figures that I was looking for and that I actually found today. I have probably about 5 figures here that I wanted to show you guys. So this is going to be like a little mini haul, little mini Spawn haul that I figure I show you. I figure it was worth making a video out of and just show you some of the figures that I'm going to be reviewing in the future. Now, as you guys know, you saw this one in my previous video. I just put him with my Spawn figures, but he's another Spawn figure that I found for very, very cheap. This is Bad Rock, Young Blood. And yeah, he's one of the figures that I had when I was younger. I love playing with this figure. Really, really awesome Spawn figure. But I showed that to you already, I believe. What was it? It was in my toy. Was it in my toy hunting video? I think so. Oh no, it was in my geek haul. I did like a geek haul video, and he was in that video. So yeah, I wanted to show you this guy again. If you didn't see that video, and like I said, some of these figures are figures that that I wanted to pick up, and I just wanted to find the right price for them. And I got these figures for really, really, really cheap. And that's one of the main reasons why I picked them up. And here is Overkill 2. Overt Kill. I always say Overkill, but it's Overt Kill. Of course, I have the first one, and I have the Overt Kill 3. The big one. And when I do a review of this guy, I'm definitely going to bring out my other overt kills and do like a little comparison. And I really like this guy. He's very cheesy, he's very overdone, like a lot of the older Spawn figures, and he's very simplistic at the same time. And of course, not much articulation, but I don't really care. I mean, these are 90s toys. 90s toys in comparison to today's toys, they don't have much articulation anyway. So and this was from series 5, and this was series 5 right here. Not a bad series. That Tremor 2 was horrendous. I reviewed that Vandalizer, a variant of the Vandalizer, Nuclear Spawn. I seen him, never picked him up. I seen Widowmaker, never picked her up. Viking Spawn, I think I have Viking Spawn. I think I picked up Viking Spawn. But here is Overkill. Here's another figure that I picked up today as well. I had this figure, guys, back in the day, and I sold him because I didn't really like him. Then I regretted it. But I found him, like I said, for cheap, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to pass up on this opportunity. And so I wanted to get him again. So this was from the Total Chaos series. This is Blitz right here. So I wanted to pick up Blitz again because when I sold Blitz, I never took him out the package. I left him in the package, and you see him on card. The card is perfect. I almost hate to open this figure up because the card is just so perfect. And here are some of the figures from the Total Chaos series. I reviewed that Quartz. If I can find that Poacher for cheap, I definitely would love to pick him up. I found that Smuggler. Didn't really pick up that Smuggler. I'm kind of having regrets now because Smuggler was really, really cheap. That Corn Boy is horrific. I don't recommend that figure. And the Brain Drain, too. If I can find that Brain Drain, it looks really, really awesome. But here is Blitz, and I can't wait to review this guy. I'm definitely going to take him out the package because I really want to take him out the package and review him for you guys. And this is from the Total Chaos series. Next one we got is... This is Zombie Spawn. This is a figure that I passed on many times, guys. And I seen him up close and personal, and he's on a card that's perfect. There's no damage to it whatsoever. That's also one of the reasons why I would hate to open this figure up, but I eventually am going to take him out package and review him for you guys. And one of the main reasons why I got him, well, because he looks awesome. He's a zombie, and he had a chainsaw too, and he has these cool weapons. And I was like, you know what? Just for the price that he was, I was like, yeah, for the gun and for these guns and for that chainsaw, let alone. And also, he's kind of got like a cool vibe going on too. And I think there's a variant of this zombie spawn. But he was from Series 7. Not really a great series, kind of a horrible series. But speaking of Series 7, I did pick up the Mangler. So I'll show you guys the Mangler. Here is the Mangler. There are different variants of the Mangler. There's like a brown one as well that he had for sale. I bought this from a private seller, private collector, whatever you want to call them. And listen, I wanted to pick up this Mangler for a while. I love werewolves. Who doesn't love werewolves? A big bad wolf. That's what he is. And hopefully this Mangler doesn't break on me like some of the other Spawn figures that have, because he looks very, very fragile. But I love the classic look of this Mangler. And listen, if you had a chance to buy a werewolf for cheap, would you? Especially if it was done by McFarlane as well. So, yeah, I figure, there's a lot of people that don't know about these figures, that don't really know about Spawn, because there's a lot of, young viewers that watch a lot of these toy reviews, and they know nothing about Todd McFarlane and about Spawn figures. But for some of you guys who are subscribed to my channel, I do Spawn reviews all the time, so, yeah. And like I said, I've said this many times in many of my videos, I always come across a Spawn figure that I do not have that I want to get. And I think these Spawn figures from the 90s are just so awesome. And yes, they are cheesy, but they are just so awesome. Especially when you get them in person and when you get them in hand and you see them up close and personal. They are really, really awesome. And last but not least, guys, in my mini little Spawn haul, it is of Viking Spawn right here. He looked really, really cool. I decided to pick him up because he was a part of this wave right here with Overkill. And yeah, he does you can tell that he's from this wave because they use like a certain kind of plastic for this wave right here. But yeah, what sold me on this figure is the face alone. I think the face and the body sculpt is pretty promising, even though it doesn't look like much going on with him. I mean, if you had a chance to buy a Viking Spawn for very, very cheap, you probably would. So, and I got these figures for dirt cheap, guys. And that's one of the main reasons why I bought these figures. And I love Spawn figures. And also, one of the main reasons why I love Spawn figures is you can get them for cheap. So, axe chopping arm action. So yeah, guys, there was my little vintage Spawn figures from the 90s. I got 5 of them. I got actually 6 total Spawn figures to review for you guys in the near future. So I just wanted to show you my little mini Spawn haul. Some of the figures that I always wanted to get, never could find, never could obtain, and I got them for really, really cheap today. So, there you guys have it. There was my little vintage, I guess I'm going to call this maybe vintage mini Spawn haul. That's what I'm going to call this video. So, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So, if you like this review, guys, or excuse me, not review, but if you like this little haul, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to receive more cool, awesome reviews like this. And tell me which one do you want to see first. I'm probably going to do this Bad Rock, being that I've been waiting to open this Bad Rock for a while, and I got him first, so he might be my next review. So, there you guys have it. There was my little vintage 90s, because all these figures are from the 90s. Vintage 90s Spawn figures. So, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!